Alberta is once again at a crossroads. The idea of separation has returned, not just as a debate, but as a possible referendum. But if Alberta goes its own way, could it actually survive? Or would it risk becoming America's 51st state? Today, we're going to break it all down. We'll explore who Alberta would need to team up with, what the economic and geographic challenges are, and whether an independent Western Canada could not just survive, but thrive. Let's get into it. So why are we even talking about separation again? For years, Albertans have felt frustrated with federal policies, from energy regulations to taxes to what many see as political overreach from Ottawa. Many feel their voices are ignored. The recent talks of a referendum didn't come out of nowhere. They're the result of long-standing grievances over how wealth is distributed, how natural resources are regulated, and the belief that Western values are often sidelined. But the big question is, even if Alberta chooses to separate, could it actually survive on its own? Let's look at the facts. On paper, Alberta has huge advantages. Massive natural resources, oil, gas, agriculture, a strong workforce, a culture of entrepreneurship. But it also faces serious challenges. No direct access to the ocean for trade, a relatively small population of just under 5 million, and deep economic ties to the rest of Canada and the US going solo would mean Alberta taking on national-level responsibilities. Defense, currency, international trade agreements, all without the support systems it currently relies on. For Alberta to not just survive but thrive, it would need allies. Here's who would likely need to join this movement. 1. Saskatchewan. This is the most natural partner, politically aligned, economically similar. Saskatchewan shares Alberta's priorities, energy, agriculture, and a desire for more autonomy. 2. Manitoba. Manitoba is a maybe. Its politics are more mixed, but geographically and economically it could be persuaded if the conditions were right. 3. British Columbia. This one's a wild card. BC leans more progressive, and politically it might resist joining. But make no mistake, access to the Pacific Ocean would be essential for any independent Western nation's survival. Without BC, Alberta and Saskatchewan would be landlocked, making them heavily reliant on US ports. The Northern Territories, Yukon, and the Northwest Territories. While sparsely populated, they offer valuable natural resources and would help expand the new nation's geography and strategic reach. If these regions came together, they could create a resource-rich, geographically strategic new country. Without them, Alberta risks economic isolation. Some say, why not just join the United States? The short answer, independence is about more than money. Albertans and many Western Canadians want to control their own natural resources, set their own policies, and preserve their cultural identity. Becoming the 51st state would mean trading one set of federal policies for another, without guaranteed control over vital industries like oil and agriculture. For most, separation isn't about switching flags. It's about standing on their own 2 feet. But let's be realistic. Separating from Canada isn't easy. Here's what Alberta, and any new Western nation, would face. Constitutional challenges. Leaving the Canadian Confederation would require negotiating with Ottawa and possibly rewriting major laws. Building national institutions. Defense, foreign policy, currency, and border security would all need to be created from scratch. International recognition. Other countries would need to recognize the new nation, which isn't automatic. None of this is impossible, but it's far from simple. So, could Alberta survive alone? Yes, but it would be a struggle. To truly succeed, Alberta would need to lead a broader Western Canadian alliance. The question now is, who's ready to stand with Alberta? If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, Subscribe for more discussions on Canada's future, and drop a comment. Should Alberta go solo, or is there still hope for unity? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.